In 2009, like I said, I ran the New York City Marathon, and right before I ran the marathon, I went in and was worried because I had a lump in my breast and I wanted to get that checked out. They were like, oh yeah, don't worry about it, this is no big deal. And that was Friday, and then Monday was the phone call from the doctor. Sorry, you have cancer. So I did chemo from January to April that year of 2010, and then I was cured. I was done with breast cancer. Then I finally got to the point where I was almost 3 years out from my stem cell transplant, and that was just the summer in August, and they did a chest x-ray and then PET scan and then biopsy, and then found out that was metastatic breast cancer, which means that your breast cancer moves elsewhere. I got diagnosed again. It's like, okay, I'll deal with it. I'll figure out how to get around it, and we're going to make it kind of a fun experience. I have this weird way of twisting everything to make it fun.
I don't know many other women and many other people who have that inner strength that she has, to be willing to face a first, a second, and a third diagnosis of cancer and do it head on.
I mean, you can waste your time being depressed or sad about it, but that's not very fun. The second time I got diagnosed with cancer, I didn't even really cry. I'm like, okay, my first question to the doctor was, all right, I have tickets to go to China this summer. Can I still go to China? And then when he said, maybe you need to get your money back, then I was kind of depressed.
We would actually see her on the trails trying to run and keep up with us. And we would always, on our warm-ups, would pass her and be like, yeah, you can do it and everything. And then we would run back, and then most of us would stay back and run back with her. Because of course she couldn't go as far, but it showed that she had the will.
When I was in Australia in 2005, an Aboriginal woman within like a couple minutes said, yeah, your animal totem, you're a crocodile. Crocodiles are also very creative, and I wrote in the letter that I wanted to be somebody who is going to use my crocodile strength and conquer cancer. So people have been giving me like crocodile stuffed animals and little rubber crocodiles and hats and various weird contraptions that have something to do with crocodiles. I mean, lots of these are things that like kids have brought in for me. Like I said, I had my cross-country girls, when my hair fell out, they did I Can, I Will, and they did all sorts of like cool designs on my head.
Like throughout high school, it was more like, oh my gosh, I'm going through high school, it's just one day at a time sort of thing. But she kind of made me realize that every day is kind of a blessing.
And people talk to me all the time, and they like complain, and then they look at me and like, well, it's not cancer. It's like, well, it is cancer, but I can still make light of it and, let it not be something that's going to destroy me, certainly, not least mentally. So.